Did you know that Creative Fabrica, the place that you might go to download graphics and fonts and things like that, has its own graphic design app? And it's totally free. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. There's so many features on it, and it's amazing that it's free. I'm going to show you different tips and tricks on how to use it. We're going to go there, and after we create something, I'm going to show you how to download it and then use those to upload it to Amazon, Printify, TeePublic, and Redbubble. So let's not waste any more time and get into Creative Fabrica's website and see Studio. All right, so here I am on Creative Fabrica, however you want to say it. It's right here, .com, and you may have come here before to get some graphics and some fonts. They do have that, and some pretty cool ones too, and a lot of times they have some freebies. So if you come up here, freebies is right here at the top. So if you click on that, lots of freebies, right? What you may not have known is that they have their own graphic design app, and it's called Studio. I've done a video before for Spark, and that's their AI stuff. You might want to watch that. I'll put that video up right here. Really cool AI stuff on Creative Fabrica as well. So not only with the fonts and the graphics, you got AI graphics too. So Studio is something, you can explore Studio right here. So when you click on this or hover on this, you see all these different things. And Studio has templates and AI tools built in, and other tools you can see with vectorizing and just so many cool stuff. So I'm gonna go here just for now and go to Explore Studio so we can see some of it. You can see go beyond ordinary, start designing. You can see and create design. Now this is not just for print on demand. This is for anything, any creative thing that you want to do with Creative Fabrica, make posters, mugs, pillowcases, whatever. You can see it's just a whole line of things. So if you want to do even cards and things like that, you can use it for this, any graphic design thing. And you can see unlock unlimited creativity, pretty cool there. Use the AI Studio, of course, because they have that now, and all of this. So I'm not going to go through it each one by one, but it's pretty cool. People can use it right here. So I'm going to go back. You can actually create a design here, but I'm going to show you what happens when you start anew. So I'm going to click out of this tab, go back to Studio, hover over it. Now you may want to do start designing or create design. They actually take you to the same spot. So let's just hit start designing. Now what it's going to do is it's going to take you into some templates right here. So you can see what they're highlighting, what's popular this week, or people are making calendars and posters and things like that. Now if you want to do t-shirts, like I want to do t-shirts, you can search the templates for t-shirts, and I can do t-shirts dash shirts like that, and you can see, boom, they don't really have that many templates for t-shirts. They got these two right here. I'm sure more is coming. And the reason why I say I'm sure more is coming is because they've already thought of different things for print on demand. So I'm going to close this, and you may not see this right away. So I'm going to go back to home. This button right here that looks like a home is home. So I'm going to go home, and this is your Studio home. So what you're going to want to do, this is a big tip, because you might just go straight in, but what you really want to do is start at home first and then hit create new design, and this will actually start you off with the size. So when I hit create new design, check this out. So there's starts with the standard, right? But there's print, craft products, right? Look at this, print on demand products. They already are thinking about print on demand. You got Amazon merch size 4500 by 5400, which I would say use. But you also have Printify, if you sell on Printify, the t-shirt, the all over print, the hoodie, the mug, the notebook cover, the sticker sheet. You also have Redbubble sizes. You can see that's the main size for Redbubble. But if you're only doing stickers, then this is the size for Redbubble. There's also the TeePublic size, so you don't have to guess. They took all the guesswork of which size you need to use for each one. And it works right here. And display the posters if you're making print on demand posters. I have a video for that as well. Awkward styles, I haven't gotten into it, but sounds like it's really popular. At least they think it's really popular, so I might have to look into that. I'm going to start with Amazon merch. You can start with whichever one you want. Just click there. You can see it's putting it here, 4500 by 5400 by pixels. And I'm just going to hit start design. Now this is 4500 by 5400, and it says it right here. And this will be here unless you want to close it. So if you close it right there, this is this. You see that icon? Same thing. If you want it open, you can. If you want to close it, you can. By default, it's open. I don't think I need it there. Once I know that it's 4500 by 5400, that's fine. It's open because if you want to change this size, like let's say I want to change it to 5400 by 5400, I can hit that. I forgot a 0. 5400. Boom, a square, right? So you can change the size of this on the fly right here with this tool, with this feature. So I want it 4500 by 5400. Once you have that, you can lock it in and it's done. Now we can see we're on the studio. This is what this is. The other two things right here are vectorizer. So if you need a vectorizer for your AI art, you can drag it in. I'm not going to show you that, but it's there. And this is transfer. So if you want to upload or transfer this to someplace else, you can do that here. So, but you can also share here. So you can use both. I'm not going to show you these two because they're not really part of the studio, although they're in the studio. They kind of work with the studio, but I'm going to go through all of these things that are in the studio app. The next two things are this right here. This is their menu. And these are the different things that you can do when you're in studio. So you can open recents, import files, import from clipboard if you save something like a text or something from your clipboard, save, download, view my projects. All of these are kind of self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go into what those do. This is revert. So if I did something, let's say I typed in something, we're going to go back to here, but let's say I did this, made this big, right? I can go back. See, this is my back button, this is my forward button. Boom, back and forward, which is really cool. We also have layers. So by default, it's open here. These are my layers. So if I have things stacked on top of each other, you can move them back and forth between layers, put it in the back, put it in the front, things like that. Pretty cool. And again, you can open and close these things by default if you want. I like it here. I like seeing my layers on here, but you may not. So you could close it. You can close it by clicking that button. All right, and then we already saw this, open and close that. And this one is show rulers. Some people like to have rulers. I don't necessarily need rulers unless I really want to make it make sure that it's measured the right space. And grid, sometimes grid is nice, and you can have bigger or smaller grids. You can see that. I move that up and down. That's really cool. But I don't necessarily use grids either. But if you're the type that needs rulers or grids, it's there. It's there. All right. And what's nice about these things is you'll see the X on these a lot. And if you want to close these and have a nicer space, you can do that. Okay. So first things first, templates. We did kind of see a little bit about that. You can come in here and use templates. Again, not very many for t-shirts, but you know, there could be some in here and these other ones that you might want to use for t-shirts. So I would suggest that you browse through here. You can look for different things like cards could be used as templates. You might want to use that one thing in the cards, or let's see, graphics, right? You might want to use some graphics for your t-shirt. That's fine. But again, I think the templates aren't going to be very helpful if you're doing t-shirt designs, but if you're doing some of these other designs, the templates may be a quick way for you to get started. So I can close templates. Next is Spark AI. It's built right into Studio. So you have a couple of things right here. So you have background remover with the AI, you have the art generator with the AI, and you have the PNG generator with the AI. And you can just design, use it. Let me show you what it does. I'm gonna say a cute puppy, maybe sleeping. Let's see what happens. Now it's going to create 4 different ones. So just like the AI in Creative Fabrica Spark, it does 4 right here. And then we can drag these into our artboard. So let's say I want to use this one. This one has some text here, so I may not want to use that. Let's try this guy here. Kind of sleeping. I wouldn't say this is the best picture of a dog sleeping. You probably could search for a dog sleeping, which is what we're going to do. So let's say you can't find something on AI. That's fine. You can go to graphics, and they have lots of graphics, lots of cool ones. You can see this is already done, but let's see if we can find something specific. Let me go back to graphics again. Search for graphics, dog sleeping. Yeah. So I didn't have to make one with AI. There was actually other dogs sleeping here Probably some of these were made with AI, but Creative Fabrica kind of curated the best ones. And let's say I want this guy right here. You can see, oh, for the background color, we have the background right here. Right now it is white, but we can make the background any color. And you can see the background is kind of knocked out on this one too. So one thing I would do is, let's see, can I have a white background? We could make a black background. And maybe I don't want this one. I'll go and do sleeping dog again. And do this one instead. So I can easily swap things out like that. So there you go, that's graphics. So we did AI and graphics. Now graphics, you can do whatever you want. You can see a whole bunch of them, so cool. You got vintage sunsets, you got the mom thing and the arrows and just really cool stuff, right? So tons of graphics and searchable. You can start there. Now next thing you might need is text. So you can come in here and you can put in text. So you got some template text kind of like you do with Kiddo, but you can start with anything you want here too. So I'm going to just do heading, and you can see the colors, which is really cool. So I can change the color to white so that it works on here. I can move it down. I can change the type of font. This is a paragraph font. I can change the font right here. Look at that. Whatever I need. And one thing that's really cool is this. They have built-in transformation. So let me, let's type in, this isn't a idea for a t-shirt, but let's just say it's sleeping. Watch this. I can make it into a circle, which isn't the best, but I can, you know, make it, there you go, sleeping. So this could come up here. Boom, just like that, already done. Now you can do much more than that. Let's do arc. Boom. You can make the arc up or down. Look at that, pretty cool. Lower arc. Look at this, just right on the fly. Upper arc. This arc where the letters are the same instead of this arc where it's bent like this. This arc is straight. See that? That's really cool. Bulge, flag, fish. This, not sure what that's called. I can't see it. Rise. Oh, it said inflate. Squeeze, wave lower. That's really cool. So you can do just the bottom part. Now this would be really cool for those vintage designs, right? Where you want to do the top of the middle's curved and then you need another one. So you would use the flag for the middle one. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. And you may need, yeah, look at that. And then this one would be the top. Look at that. All done in Studio, so you can do that vintage design thing. That's pretty cool. All right, so text, you can see change colors, change transformation, even bold, italic, all those things in settings. You also have these templates right here that you can use and change. So pretty cool text-wise. I think this is for free. It's pretty awesome. All right, elements. So again, you could put some elements in here. So like you got the stars here. Let's do that. And then you want to change the colors so that you can see it. Boom. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? And lots of silhouette stuff. You got the spray thing, you got shapes, and so many cool elements. So lines, abstract shapes. You can see all of these things in here too. So really, really cool. Just some basic elements I think can really help, and some basic shapes and silhouettes. Look at all these silhouettes, so cool. All right. That was elements. Photos, you can use photos. Now, you probably don't want to use photos on your t-shirts, but this would be cool for like brochures or anything like that. And they have a lot of them, and you can search on them. Search for photos here too. Let's see what this does. Oh, and you can search for different colors and things like that. So with or without people, and a specific color and specific shape ratio, you can do that as well. Next thing is background. Again, same thing. You probably wouldn't use background on a t-shirt design, but if you want to make it on a card or a phone or something like that where it bleeds out or all over print, you could do that and then put something on top of it. So lots of different backgrounds, comic book backgrounds and so on. And same thing. So you could come in here and search for a background and do that by color and everything. Next thing is patterns. Same kind of deal. Probably don't want to do patterns, but you could use patterns for like the full blade things like phones and duvet covers and things like that. The nice thing about patterns, and I'm gonna just put it on here, is these are seamless patterns. So what I mean by that is if I go here and hit this button right here, repeat, look at that. It repeats it just like that, and you can use that tile to repeat it everywhere too. So I'm gonna go back and revert. Now you actually can do patterns on anything. So I didn't show you, but if I did this and hit this right here, repeat, it repeats the pattern. Isn't that crazy? So you can make anything on here a pattern. If you wanted a heart pattern or a diamond pattern, like this pattern, that could be a pattern too. Just like that. Just make it the right size, and then this automatically does it. It's pretty crazy. Let me show you some other things on here that I didn't show you for the graphic. So you got this, which is alignment. So you can align it left, right, up, down, wherever, and put it up and down on the pad. So if you want a quick way to put this in the back, you can go here. It's already on the back, so you can move it to the front, you can move it to the back, you can move it up one or down one, and so on, right? And let's see, we got transparency, so you can move the transparency. So if you want it less or more transparent, you can do that. You can flip it. So let's say you want the dog facing the other way, you can do that, or the other way, upside down if you wanted it. You can crop it, so you can crop it in these other shapes, or you can just crop it, custom crop, and let's say you want to just crop it down to like that. Boom, you could do that as well. Let's revert that. Next thing is you can delete it, you can remove it, which is really easy. You can also delete it by just hitting backspace, and that would do it too. But you could delete it here. This will make a duplicate, so if you want two of these, look at that, really easy. You don't have to do that Command J or Command V or whatever it is. You can do this right there. And oh, I already showed you this, repeat on background, or you can lock it. So if you want to lock it so that you can't move it, see I can't grab it or do anything with it, it's locked. And I believe it will show it on the layers too, yeah. So if you have your layers open, you can see that it's locked right there. So I'm gonna unlock it, and it's fine, now I can move it. All right, let's see, what else are we doing? Uploads, yeah. So I already got this from Creative Fabrica. This is one of the things from Creative Fabrica. I can upload it. Let me show you how to do that. So let's say I went to freebies and I got one of these things. I want a freebie SVG. There we go. And this is the one I got. Don't give up on your dreams. So I went up here and I just hit download, and it downloaded as a zip file to my desktop. And so when I came in here, I just hit upload and it went to my desktop, and there's my SVG, right? I hit SVG, I already did it. And you can see I put it here. So now I can use it. So anything that you actually see on Creative Fabrica, you can use in Studio. All right, so let's try it. I'm gonna do, let's do the PNG this time. And I'm gonna hit save. And there you go, there it is, the PNG, you can see it right there. But because it's a PNG, I'm not gonna be able to change the color on it. But you can see if I was on a white background, you could use it. So I'm gonna get rid of this one just by deleting, boom. Last thing I wanna show you is draw. So here's draw, and you got several things you can draw with. So I'm gonna show you each one. I'm gonna make these white so you can see. So you can change the color and the thickness. So you can do it thin, a little thicker, and so on. And I think this is custom, yeah. So you can do custom thickness as well as transparency. But I'll show you the pencil. So that's the pencil, nice and thin. I could make it thicker, right, if I wanted to. And let's go back. This will be the marker, or let me see what it's called. Highlighter, sorry. And this can be thicker and thin as well. The nice thing about the highlighter is it already has a transparency. So you can see right there, it's kind of transparent over the things that I'm going, right? All right, let's go back. This is the marker. And you can see that it says marker right here and highlighter. And if you want to look at the nice thing about having the layers, you can see Actually, I don't want the marker or the pen or the pencil on there that I did. So I'm gonna take those off. And this is the pencil. Did I say that was pencil? I think that was pen. This is pencil, obviously a pencil. So you can see there, a little thinner. And I believe, let's see, let's make it really thick. I think there's like a texture to it too. Can't tell. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm holding down Option and my scroll wheel and kind of, oh, I don't need Option. I just need my scroll wheel. No, it's not jagged, so that's fine. Let's get rid of these. Boom, boom, boom. And last, eraser. So if there was something I needed to get rid of, I could use the eraser and get rid of anything on here. I think it uses, no, it just got rid of the elements though. So I'm gonna go back. There you go. But it will get rid of these things as well. And then you can move. This is the move tool. So let's say I did a text like this and you wanted to move it. Just hit this right here and you can move it around. Really cool, right? So you could draw a heart if you wanted to. So let's say I wanted to do like a marker here and I do like a heart. Whoops, I probably should have done it in run stroke. Kind of hard to draw with a mouse. Let's try this again. Up and down and around, heart, boom. So there you go. And then you can do the same things with this. So you can adjust the layers, like move it up and down. You can adjust the transparency right here. You can change the color. So if that was enough, you could delete it. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. And then you can duplicate it if you want 2 hearts, right? Whoops. Yeah, and you can make it a pattern if you wanted to. Whoops, let's go back. Make sure I got the right one, that one. And I can make it a pattern, look at that. That's really cool, right? Go back and you could lock it and do all those same things that you wanted to do. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. There you go, we went through the whole thing. You can use help if you want, and I think we went through all of these. Okay, so let's say we wanna save this now. Let's share it. So I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna download it or export it. Let's see what happens when we hit download. Let's see what the difference is. So I can download it and remove the background, free, by the way, not like Canva. And then flip horizontal, you could do that. Remove background only works with PNG because the other two JPEGs don't support transparent background, and PDF is not the same kind of thing. It's a vector thing. And then you could flip horizontally if you want to do it for, I'm guessing for iron-ons or whatever. I've never done it, but I'm guessing you have to do it kind of in reverse. But let's do PNG, boom. Okay, so there's our untitled design. Remember, I made it the size that we wanted to for Amazon. And there you go. There it is for Amazon. Now what I'm gonna do behind the scenes is I'm gonna make this again, but for the different sizes that we saw in the beginning. So I'm gonna do it for Amazon. I'm gonna do it for Printify, some of the products in Printify, Redbubble and TeePublic, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you upload it and how to upload it. So one thing I forgot to show you, and is probably important, is that it's export, and you wanna use download, you don't wanna use export. What export does is it exports a JSON file. So let me do this. You can see right there, JSON. And you don't really use JSON for print on demand. You're gonna use the PNG, and that's with download. Okay, so I saved all of them at the different sizes that I showed in the beginning for Amazon, for Printify, for TeePublic, and for Redbubble. And let's see how they fit on the t-shirt. Now, this wouldn't be a design that I did, but you also have to remember this tip is to remove the background. You're gonna have to slide that. I forgot a couple of times and it came out with the black background. So remember to slide that remove background in Studio before you download these as PNGs. And then we're gonna just go in here. So I'm gonna click on Browse for File. And then here you can see the different ones that I did. I did one for Amazon at 5400 or 4500 by 5400 and see what it looks like when it comes in. So this isn't a trending design, so don't copy this design and expect to get sales. I just put a graphic and the word sleeping 3 times. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody would buy this, but I'm just showing you that it would actually fit on here and work on the different colors because we have the transparent background. Look at that, right size works for all of these. And you could even put it on like a phone case with a black background, right? And it would work here and it just adjusts it. Okay, so let's try Printify. A lot of you guys use Printify. I'm on here in Printify, and you may want to sell mugs or t-shirts or whatever on Etsy or your own Shopify store, which I have a Shopify store. I'm gonna go to catalog and let's just do t-shirts first. The one you might want to pick is Bella Canvas 3 3001. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna hit start designing. Now I made a few for this. What you would do is you'd hit upload here from my device again. I'm gonna pick the Printify one right here, and you can see it takes a little while, but we're just gonna see if it fits again. And again, we built this to work on a dark t-shirt, so you'd have to select your variants here. Not white, let's do asphalt and dark gray. You can see they work great on there, and then you can hit a preview and see what it would look like on an actual t-shirt, different colors, mock-ups and stuff, which is pretty cool. It fits just like it would on a t-shirt, right? Perfect size and everything. Now let's try that. Let's go back, edit. I'm gonna go back, yes, close. We're gonna try a different one. Now there was also sizes for hoodies and mugs and other things. I'm gonna do mug here, and I saved one for mug. You might wanna use this mug right here, and we're gonna start designing, same thing. Now, I didn't move all the way to the edge, and you'll see what I did. I kind of eyeballed it, but I'm gonna hit upload my device. I'm gonna do mug, and I think the mug that they did on Studio, I should have moved it all the way to the edge, because I think it's this line here and this line here. So when you do that for Studio, just move it all the way to the edge. You see I got some room, but you can also hit variants. This was not made to be on a white mug, although you probably want to design on a white mug. But I can do, let's see, oh, not color variant, this color background. There we go. And we can preview that. Let's see what it looks like on a black. And the reason why I don't want to do a black one is this, right? You can see that white. I really don't like that. So you probably want to change your design if you're going to do a mug and make it so that it works on white, and still do the remove background though. But you can see it looks great on a mug right here if you did it white. So, but it fits is what my thing is, and it's on both sides, right? Because I did it in Studio. You can do that duplicate feature that I showed and just have one on each side, and it works. So I got one on the left and one on the right side. This is the left side, and the right side, and this is the right side. So perfect. If you want to sell mugs, you can do it right into Studio and create text in there and duplicate it really easy in Studio. So lots more products on here. Go back, I'm gonna go back. I believe we had a bunch of these. Now you can download the templates and make it the right size in Studio too, but I think what we had was mugs, hoodies here, and you can do any one of these in Printify. Great place, lots of products, all different sizes, so you'd have to do that. But yeah, really cool. Love Printify. If you're using it, let me know how you like it as well. Okay, Redbubble. One of the interesting things about Redbubble, which I don't do personally, is to put it on all different products. It actually has to be really big. Like, I believe the size is 7600 by 4000 something. So we're gonna add work here, and you're gonna see that this new size, if I go here and do the Redbubble one, the size that I made it will actually work on everything, including bigger stuff, so like shower curtains and duvet covers and puzzles and things like that. So you can see I'm gonna scroll down now. This was made to be on a black t-shirt again, so I'd go here and do black. And then you can see it fits on everything, even the giant shower curtain, even the, what's another big one? These throw blankets, jigsaw puzzle, like all of these, it would fit on here. Now you would have to size them down to make it fit, but it fits and fits on everything. So there you go. You'd have to, on Redbubble, it's kind of interesting. I wish they made it so that it makes it fit for you. And it kind of does on some of these, like this kind of has that where it shrank it down, and now I have to move it back up and put it on a black background and so on. But because there's so many products and so many different sizes, you almost have to go through one by one and size it down. Like this is too big for the phone case, so I'd have to come in here and size it down, right? And so this is good. The big size is good that you size it down, because you can't really size up. Once you pass 100, it doesn't go to 150 or 160 or 200% because of quality. So we want to make it the big size. Sizing down doesn't pixelate anything. Sizing up will pixelate it. And TeePublic, same thing. I made it the right size for TeePublic, which is 5000 by 5500. Yep, that size right here. If you do 4500 by 5400, what I like to do, I kind of miss out on some products. You see, to enable all products, use that size. And Studio and Creative Fabrica knew that, so I'm going to come in here and do TeePublic size, and you'll notice that I won't get a warning that, like I usually do, that it didn't fit on all products. This one won't say a warning because we're going to fit on all the different products, including the giant sticker is the one that needs the big size. So there you go. It fits on a dark one. If I just did dark like that, fits on all of these. Now you'd have to choose your colors, but the nice thing about TeePublic is it kind of shrinks to fit the size. You can see they're not too far off. Now you may want to come in here and maybe the mug, and this mug is a little too small. You would do it like that, and I wish they had the double-sided one, like I could just upload a mug design on here and just fit it, but they don't have that. But you can see this is too big here, so the double-sided mug I think is a lot better to have it on both sides. And magnets, I guess it didn't work. Oh, there it is. Cool. So you can do a rectangle size and everything. So it all fits on all of those. I'm not going to publish this because I'm not going to sell this, but you can see it works on all of these. TeePublic, Redbubble, Printify, and Amazon all made it work with Studio with all those sizes. So there you go, my full tutorial for Studio, the graphic design apps in Creative Fabrica, totally free, by the way, and they don't have any plans to change that. If you're using Creative Fabrica, you can go and use Studio and create all those different sizes for all the different products using all those different things like AI and graphics and text. And what's really cool that surprised me, that the warp text, the different warp text, is absolutely free there and has lots of different fonts and cool. So if you're looking for another graphic design app, check out Studio. It's totally free, and hopefully this tutorial is really helpful for you. If you want to see that video about Creative Fabrica Spark, the AI thing, I have that video right here as well, where you can learn more about it, how to use it, and all things Creative Fabrica Spark. Thanks again for watching, and as always guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.